Okay, Temple Runners. So in our last lesson, our character escaped from the tomb. So now we're ready to get started on the story proper. But there's one extra thing we need to put in. If you think back to that very first part of the Temple Run game, we have our creature coming out of the tomb to chase us. Let's have a look at that. So here we go. It's just another excuse to play the game, isn't it? So let's click on play. But here he is. There's that hideous creature chasing after us as we start that game. So it's that part that we need to put it. Oh dear, forgot to actually play the game. But it's that part we need to get into our story next. This is the workshop of the worksheet I want you to use today. Again, we're following that same principle. We're all starting on the same sentence and we're all finishing on the same sentence. So we got those bits. So our starting sentence today is, a noise from behind him made Guy turn. Guy froze on the spot. Again, obviously just change your name for your character's name. And at the end, quickly, Guy turned and ran. But this time, in between, that's when we're going to do a description of that character, that hideous, vile, evil, dangerous creature. And once again, we're going to use a few exciting sentences. So we're going to try a first word last and a 2A sentence. So let's have a quick reminder of those sentences and see what those look like. Here we go. So our first sentence is that 2A sentence. Remember, the 2A stands for two adjectives before a noun, followed by another two adjectives before a noun. So here we've got, it was a grotesque, hideous creature with a chilling, blood-curdling face. So I've got adjective, adjective, noun, followed by adjective, adjective, noun. Don't forget your commas separating those adjectives out. Okay, here's a slightly different one. It had an evil, ugly face with beastly, chilling eyes. So adjective, adjective, noun, adjective, adjective, noun, 2A sentence. So we've got some ideas we can use for that one. And the first word last, it does what it says on the tin, really. It starts off with the first word is the same as the last word. So terrifying, everything about the creature was terrifying. Scary, everything about the creature was scary. So think about your adjectives, think about words you could use for that one instead. So put the first word followed by a comma, put about the creature, and then end with that first word again. So those are the two different sentence types I'd like you to have a go at using today. Let's think about how that looks in an example. Here's one I did earlier. So I've got my title underlined, and I've got that very first sentence again. A noise from behind him made Guy turn. Guy froze on the spot. And then it's into my description of the character. Look out for some ideas. Do you remember when we did the listener's story? I think I pinched a few bits and pieces from doing the listeners when we described them. See if you can spot them. Charging towards him was a vile, inhuman beast. It was a grotesque, hideous creature with a chilling, blood-curdling face. So I've got my 2A sentence in there. As Guy stared into its evil eyes, he felt hope drain out of him. Every good feeling sucked from his soul. There we go. There's a bit about the Dementors that we did when we did the listener's work. And then I'm ending again with another 2A sentence. Terrifying. Everything about the creature was terrifying. Quickly, Guy turned and ran. So there we go. We've got our information for those bits and pieces there. Let's see. So just to finish off with that, you need to make sure you get your description of your character, of your monster in today. Make sure you use those two different sentence types. Give the 2A sentence in there and the first word last. Looking forward to hearing those descriptions of those hideous creatures. So best of luck.